Plant-based diets have moved far beyond a niche trend. They are increasingly recognized by nutrition scientists and health practitioners for their profound effects on inflammation, metabolic health, and long-term disease prevention. Whole food vegan and flexitarian eating patterns, which emphasize vegetables, fruits, legumes, nuts, seeds, and whole grains while limiting or moderating animal products, are particularly effective at modulating chronic inflammation, a key driver of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, obesity, autoimmune disorders, and even cognitive decline. By focusing on nutrient-dense, minimally processed foods, plant-based diets influence the body's immune system, hormonal balance, and gut microbiome, creating a cumulative effect that reduces inflammatory markers and supports overall resilience and well-being. One of the most compelling ways plant-based diets reduce inflammation is through their abundance of antioxidants and phytonutrients. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, and seeds are packed with flavonoids, carotenoids, polyphenol, and vitamins such as C and E, which neutralize free radicals that trigger oxidative stress and inflammatory pathways. Oxidative stress is a major contributor to chronic low-grade inflammation, damaging tissues and cells over time. By mitigating this damage, plant-based diets protect vascular health, improve insulin sensitivity, and maintain cellular integrity. Research consistently shows that individuals who consume predominantly plant-based foods have lower levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, interleukin-6, IL-6, and tumor necrosis factor alpha, TNF-alpha, all of which are key biomarkers of systemic inflammation. Fiber is another critical factor in the anti-inflammatory benefits of plant-based diets. Whole grains, legumes, fruits, and vegetables provide both soluble and insoluble fiber, which nourish beneficial gut bacteria. A healthy gut microbiome produces short-chain fatty acids, such as butyrate and acetate, which have systemic anti-inflammatory effects and strengthen the intestinal barrier, preventing harmful compounds from entering the bloodstream. By supporting gut integrity and promoting microbial diversity, plant-based diets reduce endotoxin-induced inflammation, a major contributor to metabolic syndrome and chronic disease. The positive impact on the gut also extends to improved digestion, better nutrient absorption, and a more balanced immune response, highlighting the holistic nature of plant-based nutrition. Plant-based diets also influence lipid metabolism and vascular inflammation. Diets high in saturated fats, particularly from processed meats and refined dairy, are known to elevate LDL cholesterol and trigger endothelial dysfunction, both of which exacerbate inflammatory processes. In contrast, plant-based diets are naturally low in saturated fat and high in unsaturated fats, particularly from nuts, seeds, and avocados, which improve lipid profiles, reduce oxidative damage to blood vessels, and lower inflammation in arterial walls. Omega-3 fatty acids from plant sources such as flaxseed, chia seeds, and walnuts further contribute anti-inflammatory effects by modulating cytokine production and supporting cardiovascular health. Over time, these dietary patterns significantly lower the risk of atherosclerosis, heart disease, and stroke. Moreover, plant-based diets tend to promote a healthy body weight, which is itself strongly linked to reduced inflammation. Excess adipose tissue, particularly visceral fat, produces inflammatory cytokines that perpetuate systemic inflammation. By emphasizing nutrient-dense, lower-calorie foods with high fiber content, plant-based diets naturally support weight management and fat loss. Research shows that even modest weight reductions in individuals following plant-based diets correlate with measurable decreases in CRP and other inflammatory markers, illustrating the combined effect of diet quality and body composition on overall inflammation. Plant-based diets can also positively influence the hormonal and metabolic environment of the body, further reducing inflammation. Phytochemicals and antioxidants help regulate insulin signaling, reduce oxidative stress in pancreatic cells, and enhance glucose metabolism, which mitigates hyperglycemia-induced inflammatory responses. Additionally, a plant-forward approach supports adrenal and thyroid health by moderating systemic stress responses, which can otherwise contribute to chronic inflammatory states. These effects highlight how diet not only provides direct cellular protection but also optimizes broader physiological systems that maintain long-term health. Flexitarian approaches, which incorporate small amounts of animal products alongside a predominantly plant-based diet, offer similar anti-inflammatory benefits while providing additional nutritional flexibility. By focusing on mostly whole plant foods and using meat, dairy, or fish sparingly, flexitarians achieve a balance that supports inflammation reduction without the challenges some may face with strict vegan diets. This approach makes the anti-inflammatory effects of plant-based eating more accessible to a wider population, encouraging long-term adherence and consistent health benefits. Beyond direct biochemical effects, plant-based diets often encourage a holistic lifestyle that supports reduced inflammation. Regular consumption of colorful vegetables, legumes, and whole grains is frequently paired with other health-promoting habits, such as increased physical activity, better sleep, and mindful eating, all of which further modulate inflammatory pathways. Social and cultural aspects of plant-forward diets, including communal meals and cooking with fresh, seasonal ingredients, can also reduce stress-related inflammation, highlighting the synergistic benefits of diet and lifestyle. In conclusion, whole food, plant-based, and flexitarian diets are powerful tools for reducing chronic inflammation and supporting long-term health. Their high content of antioxidants, fiber, phytonutrients, and unsaturated fats, coupled with a low intake of processed foods and saturated fats, directly lowers inflammatory markers, supports vascular integrity, enhances gut health, and improves metabolic balance. These diets help regulate hormone function, promote healthy body weight, and protect against chronic diseases that are driven by low-grade systemic inflammation. By adopting a predominantly plant-based approach, individuals can harness the natural anti-inflammatory power of whole foods, supporting cellular resilience, longevity, and overall vitality. Far from being a restrictive trend, these diets represent a scientifically validated, sustainable, and enjoyable way to enhance health while reducing the burden of chronic inflammation throughout life.